everybody? It's your boy, the Incredible Joe, and I'm back at it again with another video. And today I'm here with Jorge's vlogs. So what's up to the people, Jorge? Shout yourself out.
What's up? Check my channel out, Jorge'S vlogs. Got this awesome Camaro that you see up here in the front.
Yep. Tell them what all you got done to it, if you want to tell them.
Oh no, it's all good. Everyone can know what I got. Basically, it's a bolt-on car. It's got headers, mid X-pipe, no cats, stock axle back, E85, rotofab intake, and that's about it. When I go to the track, drag pack, but be on the street, just regular street tires.
There you go. And it's a beautiful car, by the way. And his information will be in the description below. So make sure you go click the link down below in the description like everyone else. And make sure you go ahead and subscribe to his channel because he's at about 1,600 subscribers right now. 16, 20, 16 around there. And he has a dope channel. Everything he does on the car is open. And he has the Mach 1 now.
Yes, just got a 2003 Mach 1 Mustang. Got a little bit of hate out of it because the channel's been based around the Camaro, but it's an awesome little car. Just kind of working on it, trying to bring it back to life, and should be seeing a few videos on that as well.
Right. It's a dope channel. He's open about everything he does, you know. So with a lot of people that want the 2019 Camaro SS, you know, for the 10-speed or whatever it is, he does a lot of stuff on the car, and he actually inspired me for a lot of stuff that I want to do with the build. Not build, but it's not gonna be an extreme build, I'll put it to you that way, you know. Yeah. So but he actually kind of laid out a blueprint for kind of somewhat me to follow as well, because a lot of parts on this car, I was telling him earlier, it's hard to find them, like the throttle body and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely, I mean, it's a whole new platform basically. It's been out since 16, but the 2019 specifically with the 10 speeds, there's a lot of things that are slightly different inherent that sometimes you gotta just kind of know and be in the know to see where to find things and where to get. Some of the stuff like the ported throttle bodies and the manifolds and all that stuff, the guys that are doing the best job on those aren't typically big companies that you would see that you can find on a website.
Right.
Sometimes you got to go to like their Facebook groups and stuff like that and get it done and get their parts from them that way.
Right.
So you just gotta kind of do your searching and digging and find the best things, hopefully. And I'm trying all the stuff out as I go, and hopefully if it works for me, then it'll work for you guys.
Like I said, and he's open about it. He actually helped me out with a few things because, like I said before, the throttle body I was looking for, it needed the brand, I think it's fast or something like that.
Yeah, so you've got to think MSD, like manifold, and then like you got K-Tech throttle bodies, you have Nick Williams throttle bodies, but those are much larger and you need an aftermarket manifold for them, whereas they won't fit on the stock one. So you can often go for ported stock versions or slightly bigger like a ZR1 throttle body and get that ported and perform just as good as those that are $200–300 more expensive. Right. So
and I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So I was actually looking at, well, all right, I guess I gotta come up with $1,300 to buy a whole new manifold. So I didn't want to do that, of course, because
some money.
Exactly. So this isn't going to be an extreme build. I just want to kind of see where the car can go, and because of the event coming up in October, so you guys can enjoy that. But Jorge, you want to kind of go ahead and give them a little bit of rundown on what's done to the car cosmetically and everything like that?
All right, so we talked about the engine stuff, but cosmetically, I've gone ahead and changed this up quite a bit. So first thing we had to do when you get a 2019 is you need to get a splitter. This is the ZL1 version splitter from Extreme Online Store. It's one of the cheapest ones you can buy. I had it painted gloss black, and it's about $200 and something, I want to say. Right. But it's the cheapest one, and it fits the same way as all the other ones. Might need a little bit more finagling, but uses the same stock bolts and same everything. Keeping up in the front, I did do the vinyl wrapping on the front here. As you guys know, the 2019s come with the all black bar. It's pretty good. So I did that, and I really like it. A lot of people have given me compliments for it, so I'm really excited about that. I'm glad I did that. I did the side marker LEDs, so these are the black LED side markers, front and rear. Got the wheels, the 1LE replica wheels on the stock ZL1 and 1LE size tires. Then we went with the American Authority side skirts. Had those.
Might go on that side so they can see it. I think the shade's dark black, blocking it.
Gotcha, we can go on this side. And then so going around, you guys can see here a little better angle over here. We've got I went ahead and bought these new and got them gloss black. So the little badges, just like little touches here and there. We've got the ZL1 add-ons mud guards, front and rear, so that I can protect the side of the paint. We got the side skirts from American Authority, gloss black match. And these are really cool because if you look at kind of from front to back, the black edges line up all the way across.
True.
There's some side skirts that you can get from other manufacturers that don't go all the way up here. They're like down here. So it's just like a smaller, lower level. And it doesn't kind of flow well with all the rest of the stuff. So that's why I went with the American Authority on the side skirts. And then on the back, we've got, again, the American Authority ZL1 painted rear diffuser with the American Authority tips and diffuser little extension on the middle section. And then finally, to round out a lot of this stuff, is we've got the ZL1 wing. I got that one on eBay actually, already painted gloss black. Did not fit exact, but it fits and bolts up right away. And it was like 120 bucks, so
that's
way
not
cheaper
bad
than going with some of the other ones that are $400 or $500. So we've got that taken care of. And then if we go inside, the only thing I've really done is added my gauge pod here. So I got a dual gauge pod with the wideband up in the top, and then an Aeroforce all information digital gauge on the bottom. And that's really so that I can see for my E85 to, when I fill up, to know how much E85 I have. And also the widebands for the tuning, because we do a lot of remote tuning on this thing. So we need to know all the wideband information when I'm driving at the track or things like that.
Right. You want to kind of go ahead and give them a start up so they can hear what it sounds like?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I believe it's in sport mode right now, which would be the loud mode. So this should sound really well. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready. Oh yeah. That thing sounds good, and that's with the muffler on there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's extremely loud. By the way, once again, he pretty much is the reason why I want the headers I went with. Y'all hear the brand when I go ahead and put them on the car. Maybe Monday. Y'all might see the video Tuesday. I don't know yet, but once again, I saw the headers, and then I saw the video, and then I hit him up and I asked him about it. Because like we said before, if I don't have to pay for Cooks or American Racing or anything like that, it makes sense to. I'm not going to. So and these sound good.
Quality wise, they might be just a smidge of whatever metal is slightly thinner or whatever the case may be, but they perform exactly the same, and they're gonna last. At least in our case, you're in Georgia, I'm here in Houston. Yep. We're not in the north where there's a lot of salt and all that stuff. So I can see why some people might not want to do this in the north, where you get a lot of salt and a lot of corrosion.
Right.
They're still stainless steel headers, but I mean, here where we live in our areas, it makes no sense to pay that much. At least not for mine. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but those are it right here. And I mean, they bolted up perfectly fine. A lot of people have issues with their steering rack hitting, and I had no issues whatsoever there. The passenger side, being able to put them up was super easy. I've seen a lot of places where you gotta loosen up the motor mount, lift up the engine out the way to fit their headers around. This fit perfectly without doing that. All I had to do was loosen up the starter. Didn't even have to remove the starter, just had to loosen up the starter and get the heat shield out of the way, and they fit perfectly fine.
DIY job, so
yeah.
It can be done. It can be done. Yeah. And you have the RotoFab intake.
Yes, the RotoFab dry intake seems to be the general consensus if you go in the forums and all that, as far as the best performing intake, especially for naturally aspirated engines, is the RotoFab dry. So that's what we went with here.
Looks good, man. It looks good. So, okay, what are you running in the quarter right now? I know, but they don't know. So
this car, as it sits with a drag pack, full drag racing slicks in the back and skiddies in the front, the car ran its best time actually last week, and it ran 11.6 at 121 miles an hour. So it's definitely moving. There's still some more tweaks and stuff we can do. Just got the transmission tuned, which as of right now, while we're still kind of going back and forth, I didn't see as big of a gains. If some of you guys maybe that have LS engines or 5th gen Camaros, the older style LS 6-speed automatics, then you'll notice that when you tune the transmission or remove torque management, that stuff really picks the car up and helps it move and gets much faster. With these 10 speeds, they're already pretty much optimized, so when you do a transmission tune, you can kind of fine tune it a little bit more, so you're not going to get the biggest like gains that you would from like your LS style. I was thinking, coming back from that style, that I was going to get another 2/10, 3/10 faster with the transmission tune, but as far as I can tell, I've only gone maybe about a 1/10 faster, so it hasn't really helped as much as I thought it would.
Right.
But I mean, it's still early on, and I'm sure they'll keep getting things done better. Hopefully, they'll improve it to make it better.
Right. And he actually, once again, I was actually looking at doing a trans tune in the car, and he's just saved me $400 or $500 because I thought it was gonna be something that really benefited the car, which I guess essentially it did in a sense, but not the way I thought it would.
Exactly, and that's the same kind of thing that I was in the same boat. I thought, man, it's gonna be really good, but it's helping, but not as much as I thought it would.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this camera off. Next time I turn it back on, we'll be on the GoPro, and either him or I will be driving. I guess we'll see how that goes, but either way, y'all stay tuned throughout the rest of the video. Drive, I need one right there. Damn, man, that sounds extremely nice. Oh yeah. So when you're taking it down the track, what do you notice the most, like as far as differences between stock and now? What gear do you feel like it pulls the hardest in? Because when you get on the track, you're probably in 7th gear when you finish, right?
So it's in 5th gear when you finish, and I want to.
Shit. Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So at the track, I think what I've noticed a lot is 3rd and 4th gear just really keep pulling.
Right.
1st and 2nd, of course, you're gonna feel that initial hit.
Right.
And then it keeps pulling.
Right.
So one thing you notice there is see how it got quiet. So in sport, one thing we did with the tuning was in sport mode, it's still just like stock. So even when you're cruising, it gets quiet down.
Right.
When you put it into track mode, it's constantly open 24/7. So the valves are open 24/7.
Right.
And then in tour mode, the valves are closed 24/7, 100% of the time.
Right.
Whereas when it's stock, even when it's in tour, when you floor it, see, it's quiet. So, but in a stock car, and I'm assuming in Amber's as well, when you punch it, even in tour mode, it'll open up the valves, and you'll hear a little bit louder.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So we changed that up because I wanted it when it's in tour to just be quiet the whole time.
And it is. It's very quiet.
Yeah.
Let's see right
and
here.
now in sport, it can be quiet when you're cruising.
Yeah.
And they have the best of both worlds. When you punch it, it'll open up.
Damn, man. And by the way, y'all, the pool is totally different. Like in this car, which I'm assuming you know, but just me driving the car. First of all, this is my first time driving an 11-second car, I believe. I think no, besides the Hellcat, but that doesn't count. As far as built cars, this will be a first for me. So the pool is completely different, man. Like from the way it was stock. That actually surprised me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It really surprised me.
Oh yeah.
Now I will say, I don't know if it's a gearing thing. I don't know if it's with the cars. I don't know what it is, but it's you're not if you're used to like let's say Scatbacks or the new Mustangs, it's not gonna feel that aggressive.
Yeah.
It's more like a precision tool almost. You know, like it's like Dodge is a boulder, the Corvette's like the precision chisel.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this is just like the Corvette. So it's not gonna have that aggressive like swing and bang feel as
So
Dodge.
let's now try putting it and just hold down the like about 55 and just hold the downshift paddle.
I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
Yeah, maybe not there, but
Yeah.
let's see. Actually, let's see. This is where having the dual mode works perfectly. Do it now.
Just hold it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why you want to keep your dual mode exhaust, guys, because
You may be
you
right.
can do that without really worrying about someone hearing you 2-3 blocks down the.
You may be right because he would have heard you from way.
Yeah.
I promise you that he would have heard you. But the pool is so different, man. Like, and that's the first time I've done it too.
Yeah.
You
Just
drop all
hold
the way
it.
down? Yeah.
Yeah,
Normally
so
just
that
bump it all the way down.
keep bumping it. Yeah, this one will do it. When you hold it down, it'll go all the way down to the lowest gear that it thinks it can go to safely. So you can try it there. It's important to see what the difference is.
Make sure,
I think you're good.
which is radar.
That's okay. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay, good. I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, you're good there. Try it now. Notice how different that was, right?
It shifted out so hard.
Yeah.
God dang.
So I will point out, when we did the transmission tune, we didn't do the relearn, which apparently you're supposed to do some kind of relearn or adaptive relearn. So we both might be feeling this the first time. Like the transmission may be starting to adjust to the new transmission shift settings and stuff. So, but yeah.
So much ground, so much quicker than stop. So much quicker. You can kind of hear, is it like spinning?
Probably a little bit.
First,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
It's definitely
305. Yeah.
It's a 305. So, you know, how much do you think the car's putting down to the wheels? I saw you did a stock video.
Yeah. So stock it put down about 410, 412.
Right.
I would say it's probably at about 470 to 480 right now.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
For a car this light, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, 470 to 480 is where it should be.
Damn, this car is loud.
Yeah.
You might have been right.
I'm telling you, you're gonna want to put that
You might have
the
been
stock
right.
one back.
You might have been right. I'll give it to you. Okay. I guess we'll have to see, because even with vlogging, that's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
That's going to have a nice drone to it.
Exactly.
I don't mind it, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, just try it out. Check it out and see how it works.
We'll see.
I mean, when it's like this quiet, and then, like I said, it's cruising. If you're doing a small little mini road trip, whatever the case may be,
Right.
you want that nice and quietness.
Right. This thing is a nice car. And it's so crazy, it doesn't take much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't
It really
much.
doesn't. I mean, basically, it took my Pontiac G8, which was an older LS car,
Right.
a lot more money and a lot more parts than what I put into this car to run with it. This car's running.
Right.
Yeah, way.
So what'd you get? What was the fastest you got the car, the G8?
So the G8, I ended up being able to run a 10.5 at about 128, 129 or so. But that was almost 700 horsepower car.
Right.
I mean, it was putting down. We had F1A Pro Charger, built motor, everything you can think of.
It was a Houston car.
Everything except for E85.
Yeah, it was a Houston car.
Yeah, everything except E85.
That's one thing about Texas. You know, I was talking to BROWNBEAR about it one day.
Yeah.
But just like when I had my scat pack out here, it's totally different. Like the culture itself is different. So for like car content, especially the kind of content that I produce, this is the A1 place for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, I'm gonna start going back to Houston for the summer. Like, you know, just for content. But then I got out here and it was hot as shit, and I was like, no,
Not happening.
Corey, got any last words?
I hope you guys enjoyed it. You heard it from Joe himself. If you guys are on the fence about doing any of the mods that I've got to the car,
Don't be.
don't be, because it really does make a big difference. And if you guys enjoy seeing stuff done to the Camaros, make sure you subscribe, because I'm still got a few more things to do, and I got a lot more things that I'm going to do down the line. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming, that's for sure.
So make sure y'all stay tuned. But like, subscribe, comment, and share. This is my first time saying it in this video too. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. It's Incredible Joe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.